Hey, Dr. Karen Can here. Welcome to another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. And I know the lighting seems a little weird, but I am filming from inside my pocket sauna. Yes, a pocket sauna. Something that I have not used for quite some time. I bought it a number of years ago. And it's actually basically 4 infrared lights mounted on a panel. Apparently you can make these on your own for under $100. My pocket sauna is actually made with poplar wood, I think. It's got this wooden frame, and I don't know if you can kind of see it here, and it's got a cotton canvas. So one of the things I wanted to share with you, which is why I'm in here, is that when there's something happening like this global pandemic, coronavirus, sometimes we can choose either to see it as a problem and continue viewing and perceiving it as a problem, or if we want to stay healthier, happier, and more harmonious, we can see it as an opportunity. And sometimes you can flip between the two as well, because new things crop up, like all of a sudden you realize you're out of toilet paper and there's none in the store, and then you have to be a little bit more creative. So you might choose to see it as a problem, but if you do that, maybe you can choose to see it as an opportunity or possibility soon after that. And why would you want to do that? Well, here's the thing, is our current reality is based on our perceptions and our thoughts and feelings and emotions from our past reality. And of course, we individuals are all fractals of the one source. So, of course, I don't have full mental control over everyone else on Earth. I have more mental control over my own manifesting, but this is what I've learned about masterful manifesting. And I share a little bit about this, well, quite a bit about it in the Unlock Your Superpowers program that I have, which is basically for manifesting. And it's this, is that no matter what comes at you at life, because sometimes things come at you that you don't want, that are obstacles, seemingly obstacles that the universe presents in front of you, so that you can choose the higher octave on how to respond. So you can either choose to react, or usually it's not even a choice, people just react, or you can choose to respond. When you choose to respond, if you choose to respond with the higher vibrational response, that is the signal that the universe gets that your new reality is going to be more in alignment with what you desire versus what you don't desire. And so we call these abundance challenges. So it's the challenges that come up in everyday life that are helping you, believe it or not, helping you, supporting you in achieving the quality of abundance that you have asked for. So if this is manifested in our reality, which it is, if you're watching this video, it's March 2020, we are in the midst of a coronavirus pandemic, then we have all created this together, and we can choose to perceive it differently. So instead of choosing to perceive it as a problem, we can choose to see it as a possibility. So what are the possibilities then? Well, I'm sitting in the sauna. One of the things I realize is that when people are staying at home, they have, what am I going to do at home, right? Some people are laid off at work. It's really, really challenging. The kids can't go to school. That's really challenging for them because, that's close to graduation. It's very upsetting for them not to be able to go to school, see their friends, that sort of thing, although they're really good with tech, so I'm sure they're still FaceTiming each other regardless. So I thought to myself, well, what are the things that we don't do as a society on a regular basis that would be beneficial to us when we're so busy out and about and doing stuff, And the number one thing is what you could call introspective reflection. I like to call it stillness. Why is it, do you think, that in the prison population, that it is so horrible to be in isolation? Okay, think about this. So you're in prison population. Say, assuming you can see inside my mind here. So if somebody's in prison, right? Say you're in prison, And you're surrounded by other prisoners who might be a little rough and tough and abusive, right? Maybe you get into a fight, whatever. And then you get sent to, or they get sent, you get sent to isolation. So you're now in this stark room with nothing. I don't know if you have a toilet, but anyway, maybe you guys have toilet paper there. Anyway, so you're stuck in a room with nothing, no TV, no phone, no books, no nothing, nobody to talk to, complete isolation, right? Why is it that prisoners feel like that is, majority feel like that is the most awful sentence ever? Like, why is that a punishment, right? Think about it. Why did we devise it as a punishment? So here's the thing. My opinion or perception of it is that the reason it's a punishment is because when you're not socially interacting with others and have nothing else to do, and you're left in this room with nothing, what are you left with? You are left with yourself. You are left with your thoughts. You are left with your emotions. And because you cannot distract yourself with TV, numb it with beer, or, drugs, or sugar, or FaceTime, or Facebook, or Instagram, or any of those things, you are left with yourself. And I'm probably correct in my evaluation that most people that go into prison are not very comfortable with themselves. Okay, that's my guess, is that they're not very comfortable with themselves. I'm going to start frying the other half of my body here. So they're not comfortable with themselves because they have a lot of inner demons, so to speak. And I'm not talking about spirit demons, okay? They might have those as well, but I'm talking about inner demons, meaning that they have so much unresolved, low vibrational trauma, negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative thought forms, things that they grew up with, things that they learned, things that they inherited. And what happens is we as people can carry these through our entire life and sometimes never stop and take the opportunity to do something different, to do something that serves us on more than just a physical level. So these prisoners are in isolation and they freak out because now they're left with these negative thoughts, they're left with their inner demons, and they don't know how to resolve it. They don't have the tools to resolve it. So it's awful. They can't distract themselves. Some of them go insane, supposedly, or so the movies say. Right? Now, I always say to my husband, I said, if I'm locked in prison, okay, with a whole bunch of prisoners, as a highly sensitive person, do I really want to be with 100 other like rambunctious, potentially negative people? The answer would be no. Would I try to get in isolation? The answer would be yes. Right? I'd be like, isolation, woo! Yeah. And why would it be positive for me? I know some of you are like, yeah, me too, right? So as a highly sensitive person, one of the ways that we need to cope and be healthy is to really discern what stuff and energies is ours and what isn't ours. Because when we're around people, we can absorb, sponge off, feel, empathize with all their negative stuff. And when we're alone, we have less of that, right? So then we're just left with our own negative stuff if there's something to clear. And if you learn the tools on how to do that, then it's actually a pleasure, not a punishment. So I always say, well, if I was left in isolation, I'd be like, okay, how do I make the best of this, right? So I would be doing like stillness all the time, and that's the number one thing I would say to prisoners is learn stillness. And even if the thoughts are running through your head, the best thing to do is really feel your body. What does your body feel like in that space? No matter what thoughts are running through your head, let them run. Just feel your body in that space so you can get fully here, fully present. That's the only way you can manifest a better future anyway, is to be fully present, right? You probably heard that from many different books and teachers, Eckhart Tolle, so to speak, and a whole bunch of other teachers. So is to be fully present. So just feeling your body, the vibration. So right now I'm tuning in to the inside of my body. I'm feeling the vibration, and it's like, woo, woo, like in my body, so I can pay attention to that. And that what happens is as I pay attention to that, the mind starts to still. Even if you're afraid, you can actually feel, what does afraid feel like in my body, you know? And then you can still your mind by just focusing on the sensation inside your body. So that's a really great tool for highly sensitive people. I call it STOEM, Stillness Through Observing Internal Movement. I'll put the link below the video if you're on YouTube, so you can check out that free article and download a free meditation on that. So what does this have to do with the coronavirus? Well, you are in some sort of social isolation, not being allowed to go outside or minimize your going outside till whatever's absolutely necessary, right? And maybe you can't go to work or go to school. So you are left with yourself. You are left with your thoughts. You are left with your emotions. What are you going to do about that? Yes, I suppose you could numb yourself with beer or, you know, drugs or sugar or TV or Netflix or whatever it is, or FaceTime or Facebook, and you know, just keep passing funny toilet paper memes all over the place, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, you have an amazing opportunity to reconnect with yourself, your true self, your inner self, your source within. So for me, because I have the practice of doing stillness every single day, and I call it stillness on the fly because I can talk and do it at the same time, I thought, well, I'm going to give myself an opportunity to do things that I have not done in a while that is for my highest good, but there's other things on my list, so I never get to it. So the sauna is one of them. Doing the fascia blaster is another, which I'll show you the tool here. So this is the fascia blaster tool, and you can, now it's pretty intense, so it's not for everyone. So you get some oil, you have to kind of get warm, and then you kind of work your fascia. And I haven't done it for over a year. More than that probably, because I realized that I wasn't doing it correctly. I wasn't getting warm enough. And what you're supposed to do is really exercise or get in the sauna first and then do it. And guess what? I didn't have time to go to the sauna. And when I did exercise, I was in the Kung Fu studio, which is fairly cool, or at the ice rink, which is definitely cool, right? So my body wasn't really getting that warm, or the muscles weren't getting warm enough to do the fascia blaster. So I ended up just not doing it. So now I have the opportunity to do it. And so what is it that you have that you can do at home that you haven't done in a while? Is it play games with, and I'm not talking video games, I'm talking like card games. You know, play games with your children, or bake some cookies if you have all the ingredients, or do some art, creation, jewelry making, painting, maybe play the piano, some music, read some books, meditate, yoga. I just did, off-ice training with Mimi today because she did a Zoom call. Fantastic. There was a whole bunch of people on the call, so we're still connected. So if you can see the coronavirus as an opportunity for you to grow, for you to get back to your roots, especially your inner wisdom, your inner source, then it doesn't have to be a problem. It's like, the old saying, handed lemons, you can make lemonade, right? Well, it's that kind of thing. And you can apply this to all areas of your life. So that my 2 cents about the coronavirus. By the way, I am doing some daily videos on Facebook and YouTube. So if you want to figure out how you can stay holistically healthier, happier, and more harmonious during this coronavirus pandemic, then you can check out my playlist on YouTube on that. So every day for the next little while, I'll be releasing a couple of tips, practical tips, which have to do with holistic health and Chinese medicine, things like that, things that you can do to be healthier, as well as metaphysical and spiritual tips, like I do on the Spiritual Medicine Digest, to help you think deeper into what's really going on, because it's never what's on the surface. So I hope this has been helpful for you. So just a couple little things I want to share with you before we get to announcements is that we're in the midst of one of the Ascension phases of the Ascension cycle called the integration phase. And what I noticed was that not just humans, but non-humans, such as insects and other animals are having a little bit of a challenge recalibrating their bodies with the latest Ascension upgrades. So what happens in my case, and you might notice this as well if you're a sensitive soul or an earth angel or a starseed, is that for me, I got some flying ants in my house, and heard from other people that they have some funny insects coming in suddenly. And so this was my signal to go and test and figure it out. And I did figure out that the hard-shelled insects were having difficulty with recalibrating their bodies with the latest Ascension upgrade. So we did a healing on all of them. So if you have noticed that bugs or whatever in your house suddenly over the last 2 days, please, put it in the comments below. I'd love to know. There are other animals as well we did healings on, and it was so many I didn't even figure out which animals they were. I just did a blanket healing on them. So sometimes I've had this in the past where we've had like tons of mice all of a sudden, like all week long, and then they keep coming until I figure out what it is they need for me to heal, and then once I heal it, then they stop coming around. Very convenient. Anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you. And for you personally, during this Ascension integration phase, what you will want to do is if you want to do some Topocan healing, you can do a Topocan healing directive. And it goes like this, or you can make up your own. I now command that all parts of me be fully able to integrate the latest Ascension energies 100% in the highest and best way. Thank you. And of course, you can apply that to other timelines if you wish. And woo, now I'm sweating. Woohoo! All right, it takes me a little while. Let's see. Oh yes, announcements. So, number one announcement is that the Light Warrior Advanced Healing Program package that was launched on U Wealth Revolution is going to be closing soon. So we have some major specials there. The one-on-ones are completely booked up, but there's still package A, which you get an 8-module course. You get 4 deep healing MP3s that you use one after the other to heal the different parts of you. We restore your boundaries, we balance your spiritual gifts, we help you ground, we help you release negative energy and entities, and a whole bunch of, get you back to your old blueprints, all sorts of things in this 8-module healing and training course. And you get handouts as well so that you can follow along. And also package A, I've added in what used to be in package B, but now is in package A, is what I call the healing elixirs that are like the as needed, PRN in medicine we would say, as needed. So we have the Divine Muscle Testing Elixir, which helps you get your divine muscle testing up and running so it's more accurate. We have the Addictions Be Gone to help you with any addictive tendencies that you have, because we treat all timelines. We also treat your microbiome in the Addictions Be Gone MP3. We also have the Pain Erasure. I could probably use that today because I did 2 days ago 75 push-ups. I was doing CrossFit for the first time at home. My husband has CrossFit gym. You can hear that maybe the music in the background. He's doing CrossFit right now. So I can't really bend my arm today that much. Anyway, so I should probably use Pain Erasure. And then we have the last one, which is Mood Miracle. And that is to elevate a low mood. And for most sensitive souls, what it is just canceling out all everybody else's emotions so that you can feel like more yourself. So that's included in package A now, as well as a couple of bonuses, major bonuses. There's a whole other course included called the Holistic Health Transformation Program. I believe there's like 3 modules and 12 classes, something like that you can work along slowly over time. And that's kind of like a body, mind, soul, kind of touches on all sorts of topics like law of attraction and nutrition and mindfulness and emotional clearing. And we do some spiritual clearing in that as well. So that course is included. That's usually a $597 course that's included in the Light Warrior Advanced Healing Program right now, and as well as the bonus of the 14 favorite interviews of mine on Blog Talk Radio, where there are high-level healers doing healing activations. So there are some specialized ones like assemblage beam, resetting that. If you happen to be ET human hybrid. You can learn more about that in one of the shows. And there's lots of different activations from different healers that I know and trust. So that's all included in the Light Warrior Advanced Healing Program. And I think the regular price is, I don't even know what it is, $4.95, something like that. I think, and then at UWealth Revolution, I believe it's $147. So anyway, so there's a little bit of time left, so you can check out the link below or go to KarenCan.com/YWR, so UWealth Revolution, YWR 2020, and check out that package, because there are package A's left. No more package B's with the one-on-one with me, but package A's left. So check that out. So the other announcement is long awaited, the Light Warrior Radio. On Monday at 12 noon, we are going to be interviewing Robert Tennyson Stevens. I can't really figure out how to say his name exactly, but I will figure it. So he is going to share with us the magic of conscious language. It's something that I am working on and will be better at as time goes on, and around how our language, what we speak, manifests. So we do have to be really careful, not only what we speak, but what we think. But we'll first start with what comes out of our mouth. So what we speak, how we speak it, certain words and phrases that cancel the positive out. So you definitely want to learn about that. This is going to be a very powerful call. So we're super, super excited and very grateful that Robert Stevens is going to be on the call on Monday. So check out the link below. If you're on YouTube, you can check out the link. We'll post it underneath the video. And if you can't make it live, and you can, if you do make it live, you can call in. But if you can't make it live, you can just click the link after the show, and it'll be archived, and you can watch it, download it, share it with friends, whatever you think that would be good. So that's the end of the Spiritual Medicine Digest for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm probably going to have to turn over because my back is a little toasty right now. All right, guys. Lots of love. Bye now.